Morning, Ms. Anya. Today I'll be presenting about a biotechnology called bioplastic. What is bioplastic? Bioplastic are biodegradable plastic materials produced from renewable biomass sources such as vegetable fats and oils, cornstarch, straw, wood chips, sawdust, recycled food waste, etc. They are used to reduce the problem of plastic waste that is suffocating the planet and contaminating the environment. Bioplastics can be made from agricultural products and use plastic bottles and other containers using microorganisms. Common plastics, such as fossil fuel plastic, are derived from petroleum or natural gas. Not all bioplastics are biodegradable nor biodegrade more readily than commodity fossil fuel derived plastics. In 2014, bioplastic represented 0.2% of the global polymer market, which was 300 million tons. They are used for disposable stuff like packaging, cutlery, straws, etc. What is biodegradation? Biodegradation of any plastic is a method of which happens at solid or liquid interface where the enzymes from the liquid phase depolymerize the solid phase. Bioplastics and conventional plastics with additives can biodegrade. Bioplastics are more acceptable since they are able to biodegrade in any different environments than conventional plastics. Soil and compost as environmental conditions are more efficient in biodegradation due to their high microbial diversity. How are bioplastics made? Bioplastics are made by converting the sugar present in plants into plastic. Bioplastics are usually derived from sugar derivatives, including starch, cellulose, and lactic acid. In the United States, the sugars used are obtained from corn. Other countries use sugar canes, sugar beets, wheat, or potatoes. Since materials such as starch, cellulose, wood, sugar, and biomass are used to replace fossil fuel resources in producing bioplastics, this makes bioplastics renewable and better for the environment compared to conventional plastics. Microorganisms used in bioplastic. The polylactic acid bioplastic is produced using lactobacillus bacteria, with sugars used as a raw material where petroleum is not used. The bacteria eat the sugar, excreting lactic acid or lactate. The marine bacterial species Vibrio parvei, Paracoccus species, Micrococcus species, Erythrobacter aquimaris, Halomanas elongata, Bacillus magaterium, Cupria vidus necator, and Haloferax mediterraneae are also potent producer of bioplastics. Advantages of bioplastic. Bioplastics significantly reduce the greenhouse gas emission and also decrease non-renewable energy consumption. Companies that use conventional plastics can increase their environmental sustainability by using bioplastics. Bioplastics exerts lower human and terrestrial ecotoxicity and carcinogenic potentials compared to conventional plastics. Bioplastics are able to reduce the production of carbon dioxide and reduce the amount of waste sent to landfills but to composting facilities. No oil drilling, coal mining, or fracking are needed to make these plant-based bioplastics. Bioplastics are non-toxic and won't leach chemicals into food or soil. According to a study by the National Center of Biotechnology Information in America, plastics leach estrogen-like chemicals into food. Many studies also show that plastic leaches toxic chemicals additives into the environment and landfills. However, compostable bioplastic break down into harmless. Disadvantages of bioplastic. Bioplastic cause eutrophication and acidification. Bioplastics exert higher aquatic ecotoxicity and increased atmospheric ozone depletion than conventional plastics. They are the result of nitrous oxide emissions during fertilizer application during industrial farming for biomass production. Bioplastics are also made from edible crops. This made bioplastic compete with the food production since the edible parts of the crop can be food to people, contributing to global food crisis. When bioplastics are not discarded properly, they can contaminate batches of recycled plastic and harm recycling infrastructures. Bioplastic don't biodegrade in landfills, so if one ends up in a landfill where there's lack of oxygen, they may release methane, a greenhouse gas 23 times more powerful compared to carbon dioxide. How can bioplastic help Indonesia? Waste problems in Indonesia include the increasing number of waste generated by the community and the lack of places for waste disposal. However, bioplastic aid in reducing waste sent to landfills. Indonesia is the second largest contributor to the abundance of plastic waste in the ocean. Plastic is the third most commonly used petroleum derivative in the world. Each year, 200 million tons of plastic are consumed on the planet. It comes from a non-renewable source, it is contaminating and non-biodegradable. Plastic can take more than 1,000 years to decompose. Plastic waste causes the death of many marine species and fowl that ingest them like whales, sea turtles, etc. They pose a serious environmental problems such as garbage patches. Bioplastics are 100% degradable, equally resistant, and versatile. Are used in many ways for agriculture, textile industry, medicine, and they are mostly used to make containers and packages. Thank you, Ms. Hania, for listening to my presentation about bioplastics.